Hello everyone. A brief video on a small trade that I took today on gold. I generally do not trade gold a lot. I mean, I do trade gold, but not a lot, right? I'm not really focused on gold. But today, this was probably uh, the only pair that provided an opportunity to what I came across. I was looking at a couple of other currencies, but I did not find an entry. Let me quickly show you. So I was looking at pound yen for a buy. Um, the prices were hereabouts when I got really interested. What I wanted to see was another push in here for the buys. I did not get that push. I was also looking at this. Same thing happened here. The prices were hereabouts when I got really interested. I wanted another push down in this area so that I can buy. Could not, get in on the trade. Was really interested on this buy, but it just, weirdly kept leaving us alone, right? So, sorry, I'm sorry, when I came in front of the charts today, two currency pairs, not actually currency pairs. Two pairs really caught my attention. One of them was Kiwi dollar. So as soon as the market opened, we have a new seller from this buyer. Prices held, and then drop, right? A new lower low. In all of this uptrend, we have a new seller that was introduced as soon as the market opens today. I was looking at it for a sell to the recent lows. Did not get an entry on this, but I did manage to grab a trade on gold. Not the best of the trades. Looks like a counter trend at the moment if you take a look at the recent trend. But the logic of why the trade was taken is still there, and I'm going to explain it to you. So, been watching gold for a while, especially because of this. You see the question mark was there already, especially because of this. So this is a major visual level, right? And then the price, when as soon as the price gets up to here, it does not really make lower lows, but fails to make higher highs, equal lows more or less. Tries to make a higher high, fails, puts in a lower high and a lower low, right? So as the price starts to buy again on Friday during London, and then tested for a little bit and then bought again for a higher high during Asia. I'm sorry, during New York. And as soon as the markets open today, let's go back to, yeah, as soon as the markets open today, if I take you to a lower time frame, you'd be able to see that there's a buyer in here that bought, creating a demand, and then a seller, as soon as the markets opened today on Monday, a seller came and took over that buyer, and then choppy pullbacks up in the same area. Let's just go down there. Okay, here we go. All right, so if you take a look at this piece, right? If you see it on 1 hour, of course it's all one buy, and it's a counter trend trade. And I generally do not take counter trends, but just for the sake of it. So this is all one buy that started here, went all the way up to there, but on a lower time frame. There's a little piece in here that tried to sell, failed miserably. Buyer went all the way up to there, pulling back, pulling back. If the buy has to happen again, it has to happen from hereabouts. Does not happen, and then the price fell lower, right? Let's just get rid of the extra brushes. Okay, cool. All right. So this little piece here is what I'm talking about. If I zoom out a little bit, you'd be able to see that it's coming exactly from that resistance that did not act as a resistance and just got wrong footed miserably. Uh, Left a probable demand in here and then went all the way up to there. So if the buy is to continue, it should continue from here, right? But what happens? What happens? A clear-cut seller started up there all the way down to there. Price pulls back, cannot go any higher, and then starts to chop around, right? Starts to chop around hereabouts. Starts to chop around. London opens, the price pulls through and then falls right back in. Falls right back in. This is where, if I take you to a lower time frame, you'd be able to see that. Sorry, you would be able to see that in all of this seller's territory, this is the buyer. This is the buyer that buys and then fails, puts in a lower high, goes for a lower low, and As soon as the prices test back in the same area, if you go down to 3 minutes again, the same area, the prices test back in the same area. This is where I took the entry stop loss above this, because if this is the seller, prices should not go above higher than this. And I wasn't aiming for lower lows, because on the 60 minutes, I can clearly see that this is a buy and the prices are bound to react from here. Now, unless we break through this, there's going to be a little bit of a mess and then we can go down. That's a different story. But there was a sell in there that I was able to grab. So if you take a look at this, so if you're still, keeping this seller in mind, the price is pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. The buyer buys, fails, lower low, I'm sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, shoots back up into the same area and starts to go again. Probably could have added size in here during New York, but as it's a counter trend trade, I wasn't really confident about it. Um, did about 10R on this, got out of 90% of my positions, and just 10% of what was initially taken is still running. We'll see how far it goes, but did about 10.3R on this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, pretty much about it. I mean, I do not expect it to go all the way, but you know, in the context of higher time frame too, if you take a look at this, you're in a downward channel at the moment. So it could continue to go down, but for this to continue to go down, if you're watching this video, be very careful. This is in, I mean, do not just jump on it. By the looks of it, this is in a very, very critical area at the moment. I am sell biased on this for multiple reasons at the moment, but what I want to see now is the prices go through these areas, right? So the price goes through this area and then a pullback into this area would be a massive sell. Anyway, pretty much about it. Cheers.